You know, when you're in college and, you know, there's some girls that, you know, you date and there's some girls you marry. I always knew Emma was some girl you marry.
Hard to find what is true. Faded lines, then there's you.
We met when you were a freshman in college and I was a sophomore. I had a friend who was like, hey, let's go do some pranks. Show up to her dorm and she's like, we were knocking on the door for like ever.
It was a long time because I was like, who is knocking
and then we
on my door?
called her like 3 times and I had no idea who this girl was at all. And then she finally comes and answers. She's in her pajamas, like zit cream all over her face. And she's like, hello? She's like, what are you guys doing here? Talked to her for a minute or whatever. I didn't really say much, but
yeah, you were just like in the background.
I could tell she was giving me the eyes. I knew that she was interested. And then as we're leaving, the girl who's a maid of honor in our wedding's like, oh my gosh, Emma's gonna have the biggest crush on Austin now. Then I remember I texted Mary, who's our maid of honor, and I was like, hey, I think I'm kind of interested in Emma. Would you like give me your number or whatever? And she's like, oh my gosh, yes, she'd love to, or, you know, text her right away. We weren't like super serious when we first.
No, we were more like friends, like in the same group, just like, okay, we might as well try this.
And we
see
kind of
how it
like
goes.
paired up, you know what I mean? And
But then we would walk like to and from classes together.
Yeah,
So that was fun. Then we started like not talking again, but like we became more friends, I
yeah,
would say.
but then, so Emma then started dating another guy
Yeah.
during this whole thing. And so then I was like, yeah, you know, our chances are over, you know, we're not gonna.
Well, I thought we were just friends. So
Yeah,
I'm
we were
like,
friends and
okay.
we were good friends. Then I started
He dated someone else.
right after that. And so, you know, timing was
like,
never,
crap.
then we were both single. And then I had one more semester left in college, that fall semester.
Yeah.
And we were kind of a similar thing from like when we first started dating, or like
It was more just like chill, like, oh, let's hang out together, let's go on
Yeah.
a walk.
we hung out. And then I took a job in Kansas City after I graduated. So then we, you know, stayed in contact.
My friends would always get so mad. They're like, what's going on with you guys? Why aren't you not committing, but why, like, you need to say something. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, well, I like you and you don't know that. We had a conversation. I said like, hey, I have feelings for you, but you had said, am I moving? Like, let's just play it safe for right now. Like, I don't want to commit because
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm like,
Well,
yeah, that
we
makes sense.
we kind of said we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to put any pressure on each other, and so we're like, you know, we're kind of a couple anyway. We'll see
Yeah.
where this goes. I went to California with some of my buddies. They were all talking and we were drinking, and we were like, oh, you know, who, if you had to marry someone right now, who would it be? And I just like shouted, I was like, I would marry Emma, like for sure. Like, I know she's the person that I want to be with. And everyone's like, okay.
I was told this by my girlfriend. I was like, wait, what? Because me and, like, she'd always ask me, like, what's going on with you and Austin? I said, we're just friends, nothing serious. And she was like, well, Jordan told me something different because in California, all this went down. So then you came to visit me in Des Moines. I was like, if he doesn't say anything this weekend, I'm just gonna say it because this is stupid.
So then
And so I was about to say it, and then you
Then
you brought it up.
I said to her, I said, I know that we're far apart, and I know it might be hard, but I think that we should go for it.
Yeah, you're
I
like, we
think
might as well just try.
let's just date. Let's
So-
be boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's do it. My brother called me, and we were talking about, you know, what are your plans with Emma? And I was just, you know, it got me thinking. I'm like, I don't want to be with anyone else. I don't want this to end ever. So I'm like, this is, you know, she's the person I want to be with forever, and I don't want, you know, I can't imagine my life without her. And it was kind of like clicked right there that it's like, yeah, I need to do this. Like, let's get this rolling. I don't want to wait any longer. And so I came home that week and went and just bought a ring. We came back then for her brother's graduation, and I wanted to ask Dave and Carrie. I'm like, you know, you got to line it up perfectly. You got to ask the parents, you know, are you okay if I propose to Emma, or I'd like to
Yeah.
ask her to marry me? And I remember there was a perfect time, and Dave and Carrie are just right here, but they keep walking back and forth. I said, I really want to talk to you guys about something. Can we talk really quick? And Carrie's like, oh no, like there's plenty of time afterwards. Like we'll talk later. I'm like, crap. Okay. So I didn't get to ask them because we had to leave to go back to Des Moines that night. I texted Dave and Carrie. I'm like, I need to talk to you like very badly. And I said something like, oh, I want to plan something for Emma's birthday, a big surprise for her. It was coming up, and I FaceTimed them really quick in Emma's driveway, waiting for Emma to get home from work. And I'm like, hey, I want to ask, Emma to marry me. I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you guys. And they were like, oh my gosh. Like, Dave's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. But then that night we had dinner every Monday night with her godparents, Kathy and Ron, and I cornered Kathy. And so I talked to her, told her I wanted to propose to Emma. She's all excited. So I was like, I want to do it in your backyard, when the sun's starting to set. I told her, let's go on a date tonight. Like it'll be really fun.
And I was like, this is weird.
Because I knew she'd want to get all dolled up.
Not that you never want to go on dates, but you never like make it a production. So he was like, let's go downtown.
Let's get dressed up.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
She's like, oh, I got off work early. And I'm like, crap, I am not set up yet. And she's like, she's at the house.
Yeah.
I'm over at Kathy and Ron's. I'm like, I got to go back to meet Emma. And so then,
you get back and I'm all ready. And I'm like, okay, can we leave? It's like 5:30.
I'm like, no, not yet. So I was like, call her right now. She's getting anxious or whatever. She wants to leave.
She's questioning me.
Yeah. And so she calls.
Hey, Emma, how's it going? I'm like, good. We're about to go to dinner. We're going to go to Centro. They had said, you left the hose on in our backyard or something.
They're like, we don't want our basement to flood. We're out of
had
town.
Flooding problems. And so I was like, oh, well, do you want me to go over and shut that off for you? I was like, yeah, no, we're actually on our way downtown, so that'll be perfect. So then we get to their house. I'm like, Austin, you just sit in the car. I'll run to the back quick. Shut off the hose.
She's like hopping out of the car. I'm like, wait.
Back. And he's like, Emma, why would you? No, don't go that way. And you were trying to walk in front of me because I was like booking it.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're like trying to run. I'm like, calm down, jeez.
And I didn't. There were like rose petals on the ground. Didn't even notice.
She didn't pick up at all. Yeah,
I was like, oh, Ron, maybe we're gonna have to sweep these up. I don't know.
And then she sees a table up there. She's like, oh, we're gonna have a nice little date in their backyard.
I was
fun.
Like, oh, cute dinner.
And so then, so then we grabbed hands.
Once we got up on like the deck area closer to the table, I was like, oh, this is serious.
And then I said to her, I was like, so how do you think our relationship's going so far?
And I at first was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And then I was like, oh my God, his dad said that when he proposed to his mom.
Grabbed the ring off the table, and then honestly, we kind of both like blacked out a little bit. Yeah, don't remember what we said.
Yes, obviously.
She said yes.
I had no idea.
No.
I was surprised.
A lot of times, in life you doubt it. You're like, am I, worthy of someone loving me like this? Am I, is marriage, right for me? I don't know if I'm someone that, anyone would ever want to marry. It's happening, and it's like, it's just so real. I think that it just kind of overflows you with emotion.
Austin, I love you. I am so, so excited to start our life together and for our future as a couple and as a family. And I cannot wait until I walk down the aisle to see you. I love you so much.
Emma, I am so excited to spend life with you. I honestly can't imagine not being with you, through the crazy times, the good times, and the hard times. I am so excited for all of it. And no matter what life throws at us, I know that we'll be able to get through it together. And I'm so excited to marry you. I can't wait to get our life started. And I look forward to the future together. I love you.